Hello, welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw. Many high school students arrive at graduation with more questions than answers about their future. Do I want to go to college? What if I don't? What if I need a job? What kind of job? And most of all, what do I do to figure it all out? They have help. Aspire is the State of Oregon's mentoring program to help students access education and training beyond high school, matching trained adult volunteer mentors with middle and high school students to develop a plan to help them meet their future career and education goals. Here to tell us more about this program is Amber Columbus, the Director of Student Success for the Salem-Keizer Education Foundation. Hello, Amber. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today.
Thanks for having me.
What is Aspire and why was it created in the first place?
It gives students in our community an adult ally. A lot of our counselors have 500-600 kid caseloads. So when it comes to college and career, they can't get to every student. So luckily, Salem-Keizer last school year started a college and career center in every one of our high schools. So there's an actual center outside of the counseling center that has created a place for students to come to get college and career help. Well, inside each one of those centers is a college and career coach who navigates with them, gives them the deadlines for different services that need to be done, whether it's your FAFSA, your financial aid, your scholarship applications. They keep them on track. But they're only one person in a school of thousands, so that's where the State of Oregon brings in their mentoring program. So we can bring mentors from the community into the college and career centers, and they give that added support to our college and career coaches.
And how are students and mentors matched up?
Well, a lot of time it's based on need. In years past, the number of mentors in our schools have been quite low, but the need for more mentors, well, there's a lot of students versus the number of mentors that we have. So that's why my push is to get out and recruit mentors, get more adults into our centers so we can actually match mentors with specific students based on maybe their interests or their likes. But a lot of times we have to just say, here's a mentor, here's a student, get to work kind of thing.
Let's talk about SKEF. How is the Salem-Keizer Education Foundation involved with Aspire?
Well, SKEF has partnered with the school district for many different things, but in regards to Aspire, we actually do all of the recruiting and training of mentors. Because the college and career coaches are not just Aspire coordinators, they don't just do Aspire, they do anything and everything college and career, which oftentimes means they're taking students on field trips, leaving the building, different things. They have a lot to manage. So for them to get out and recruit is not quite it doesn't make any sense. They need to be in the building with the students. So the school district has partnered with SKEF, and that's where I come in. So I am the district trainer and recruiter for the Aspire program. And then I get to work with students, which I've always wanted a job where I feel like I have a purpose. And even though I'm not working directly with the students as much as I like, I do have a purpose in this job. I match other community members who have the same need for a purpose with students, and to see the changes you make in a student are just amazing.
What about Aspire and hooking kids up with the things they may really need, financial aid, scholarships?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of deadlines when it comes to those types of things. So the college and career coaches are really good about keeping the students up to date and know when these deadlines are. A mentor can keep their students on task. They can remind them. There's actually an app called Remind where a student can have the app and the mentor can have the app, and they can safely communicate with this app. And a lot of times a mentor will be like, just a reminder, deadline's coming up, or just a reminder, we have a meeting tomorrow. So if you remind a student the night before, you're more likely to see that student that day than to just let them come in on their own time.
Always helpful.
Yes.
And not nagging, but just
exactly,
reminding.
just reminding, yes.
Do you have any idea some stories that you could tell us that give an idea of just how successful Aspire has been here?
Well, there's a young man at one of our high schools last year who his freshman and sophomore year, he struggled. He was not into school, his grades were down, but he felt like he was going to be a burden on his parents if he didn't get his act together. So that summer, I think it was before his junior year, his dad sent him to work at the cannery and said, if you don't get your grades up, you're going to be working, and this is what it's going to look like. So at the end of the summer, the student said, I do not want to work at the cannery for the rest of my life. I want to do something more. Well, he had a sibling that was going to Western Oregon, so he told someone, I really want to go to Western, and he was quite shy. So the college and career coach heard this and matched him with a mentor, and they hit it off immediately. So he started getting better grades, and this mentor checked in with him weekly, once a week, and they sat and they worked so hard. This student ended up getting every scholarship he applied for. He ended up getting a turnaround award from a nonprofit organization, and he ended up going to Western and actually got more money back after all of his tuition and books were paid. He got actually paid back. He had made so much money in scholarships, and it was an amazing story to see the turnaround that this gentleman did. And the grin on his face and the way he held himself was so different compared to when he first shyly walked into the College and Career Center. And in every single one of his awards that he received, his mentor was invited to come.
So mentorship really works to get kids on track to be real successes and land college education.
And it doesn't even have to be college. A lot of students come in and they want to get a job, but they don't have a resume. Well, coming from experience, making a resume is a little bit confusing. Like, what exactly do you put on there? What's too much? What's too little? I helped out in the teen parent program last year. We didn't have mentors there, so I stepped in, and I could see the body language of these students, and they just feel defeated. Well, I don't have any skills. I've never had a job. I don't know what to do. So you start talking to them and you say, well, you keep a tiny human alive. That takes a lot of skill. So let's talk about it. Like, do you cook for them? Do you clean? Do you obviously do childcare? So as soon as you start rewording things and you write that out on a resume, we'd print that piece of paper out, and handing them that paper, their whole demeanor changes. Like, wow, I do have skills. And it's just pretty amazing to see the changes you can make, which seems so silly to us, just a tiny little thing, but you can really make a difference in a student's life.
If somebody wanted to be a member, or even just look into membership opportunities, see if it's a good match for their skills, and any student who wants to know more about the Aspire program, how do they find out?
Well, there's aspireoregon.org is a really excellent website to check out. It has information for volunteers and for students. There's quite a few videos on there you can watch that shows some of the training that does go in to becoming a mentor with Aspire. But first of all, you would just have to reach out to either of the Aspire program itself, or you can reach out to me at Salem-Keizer Education Foundation, and I can definitely get you the information you need.
Oh, this has been a wonderful conversation. I appreciate you coming in and telling us more about it and how people can get involved. The basis of everything here is the right mentor can do great things. Thank you, and thank you for joining us today on InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.